Hey guys, I hope that you guys are doing amazing wherever you are in the world. My name is Boom Shaka, and I'm back to my normal spot, my main yoga hall that I love filming at. They were holding a yoga retreat for the last few weeks here, so I couldn't actually get in here because it would start at 6:30 a.m. and they'd go all the way till 5 p.m. All the light, the day of the light was taken away by them, but that's okay. I'm back. I'm back, baby. And in this video, I wanted to speak to you guys about how, and this is just my opinion again, so any of these videos that don't resonate with you or you disagree with, that makes sense because it's just my opinion of what I think we're like. And obviously, this is not the end all of be all. You might have a completely different way of looking at the world, and that's absolutely fine. Actually, that's great. So I've been actually thinking about this. I received a message from one of my one of our viewers. I'm not gonna name names or anything, but she kind of told me about how she's kind of a term. For the longest time, she was uncomfortable with sex in general because she believed that she was supposed to be in a female body, but she was born male, which is great. So now she's kind of converting into female, or I don't know what the term for that is, but she is becoming female, doing the stuff that's necessary, anyways. So now she's female, but it's interesting because for her, as a transgendered individual, she's always been very confused about her sexuality and her attractions. So she's always been attracted to women, and now that she's a woman, she's wondering, should I be attracted to men now, or should I be still attracted to women, or how does it work? And so she's been so confused about her sexuality in general, and even though now she is in the female body, she just still wonders about, is this the right thing? Am I supposed to be attracted to this or that? It's so much confusion associated with it. And so when she watched my video about demisexuals, and you can Google that if you guys want, that term is really interesting. I think it applies really well to INFJs. It was like a light bulb kind of went off in her head, and she's like, oh my god, yeah, I'm attracted to the essence of the person. I'm attracted to the energy of the person. I'm attracted to that intelligence of the person. I'm not really attracted to the physical body. And that's what I wanted to talk about in this video. I think it's a myth that's perpetuated by society in general. I don't know, maybe to control us or to keep everything in line. Males have to go with females, females have to go with males, and blah blah blah. Not males with males, not females with females, not transgendered with female, not transgendered with male. All this stuff. But in my opinion, the more I look at the world, the more I kind of hang out with people, the more I walk around in this world, the more I realize that, attraction, physical attraction, and sexuality just cannot be put into boxes like this. It's just not. It's not possible. It's just not possible. Sexuality is so diverse and so complicated that if you try to put it into a box, you're going to be like this person who messaged me who's going to be so confused for 20, 30 years of her life. And who wants that, right? And I mean, seriously, why would we want to be confused about one of the most important things that are on this planet, which is sexuality? I mean, if you have a good sexuality, if you have a good sex life, if you are comfortable with your sexuality, then a lot of your problems are pretty much solved, right? And so what I'm thinking about when I look at this is that for me specifically, I usually am not attracted to the person itself as a physical shell. Like, if they are physically beautiful, that's great. I mean, awesome. They worked at it. They know how to put on makeup. They're working out at the gym all the time. Whatever it might be. They're physically beautiful. Genetics worked out for them. So awesome. But a lot of times I'm like, oh yeah, that's fine. But if I find someone attractive in terms of like their energy, their soul, their spirit, whatever you want to call it, their essence is what I like to call it. If I'm attracted to that, it doesn't really matter what the physical shell looks like. I've been attracted to transgendered people before. I've been attracted to women before. I've been attracted to males. I'm attracted to everything. So I kind of thinking about it. I'm like, not attracted to animals or things like that, but I was thinking, everything. So it really doesn't matter to me. A lot of times I'll be walking around through the world, and actually that's one of the reasons why I hate talking about my sexuality in front of people, is because people always make stupid judgments and assumptions about me. Recently, I was kind of telling someone, all men are my brothers, because I'm celibate right now. And so all men are my brothers. And before I could say all women are my sisters, the guy's like, oh, are you a lesbian? And I'm like, And in that instant, immediately that person was dead to me. I was like, you are an idiot, and I don't want to deal with you anymore. Because if you are just that kind of person who kind of puts sexuality into these stupid little boxes, then I don't want to even be associated with you. Just because all men are my brothers doesn't mean I'm a lesbian. And if it does, then what's the big deal? And even if all women are my sisters, doesn't mean that I'm heterosexual and I'm interested in men. Because there are a billion different other kind of people out there, a lot of different kind of sexualities. And how can we freaking put ourselves into stupid boxes like that? Like, how dumb is that, right? There's a lot of transgender people that I follow on Instagram, and they're amazing because they're in this world where there's so much stigma associated with it. They're actually sharing their lives and putting themselves out there. And the reason I started following them is because I learned so much about sexuality from them. Because in my head, I thought, okay, so you're male, and then you're converting into female now. So that means that you're actually attracted to men. Does that make sense? And so in my head, that's what I was thinking. But then a lot of transgendered females who are female now are actually still interested in females, right? And the same thing, vice versa. So it actually really blows my mind, and blows the cap off of sexuality, the roles that we've kind of put ourselves into right now, because really it doesn't really matter. It's not about male or female anymore. It shouldn't be about male or female. It shouldn't be, am I a lesbian? Am I gay? Am I heterosexual? It doesn't freaking matter. I'm interested in the person, in their essence, in their soul. So I could be interested in the person who's walking past me who was male before but is female now, or is female now but was male before. Is that the same thing? Or I could be interested in a man who is just, heterosexual, or I could be interested in a man who is a dominant. I could be interested in a female who is a dominatrix. There's so many freaking combinations and permutations. So why do we restrict ourselves in this way? And so when I get questions like that, I always say to people, and this is what I said to her as well, it doesn't matter who you're interested in. Don't try to think about, am I interested in women? Am I interested in men? Don't even worry about that. Because if you do that, you're restricting yourself, because there's so many interesting kinds of people out there, right? There's so much stuff out there that if you're like, I'm only interested in women, that's all I'm interested in, then you're kind of restricting yourself in a lot of different ways. What if you are interested in this guy that comes along? Then what are you going to do? You're going to be like, no, I'm not interested in it. I can't, I'm heterosexual, or whatever it might be, right? So don't restrict yourself. At least for myself, I always think of it as this, I'm interested in the person's soul. I'm interested in the person's essence. I'm interested in who they are on the inside. They could be whatever they want on the outside. The outside, the physical shell, it changes from lifetime to lifetime. You could have been male in your last lifetime if you're female now, or you could have been female in your last time if you're male now, or you could have been transgender or a cross-dresser or whatever it might be. Really, it doesn't matter. We're constantly changing ourselves as a soul in order to learn more about ourselves and about this world that we live in, right? So why does it matter if I'm interested in men or I'm interested in women? I don't actually talk about it anymore with the general population, with the masses, because it doesn't really make any difference. First of all, it's none of their freaking business if I'm a lesbian, or if I'm heterosexual, or if I'm a submissive, or whatever it might be. Does it matter to them? No, because they're idiots anyways, and they're going to make judgments and assumptions. So why should I talk to them about this stuff? So mostly I'm like, none of your freaking business. Don't talk to me about my sexuality. You can tell me about your sex life, but I'm not interested in talking about my own. But more than that, when I'm walking through the world, if I look at someone and I'm like, they're really, really attractive to me for some reason, it does not matter if their physical shell is a female body, or if it's a transgender body, or if it's a male body, or if it's whatever. It doesn't matter, because I'm attracted to the soul. I'm actually, when we're looking as an INFJ, when we're looking at a person, we're not actually seeing their physical body anyways. We're looking directly into their eyes, we're looking into their soul, and we're saying, I really like them. They're nice on the inside. They're nice. I like their energy. And that's what I get attracted to, is the energy. A lot of times, yes, I'm attracted to intelligence and all that stuff. If someone can stimulate my mind, I'm like, whoa, you made me think. No one really makes me think like that. So that's awesome. But a lot of times I'm also looking on the inside, right? A lot of times I'll be dating someone and people will be like, he's not very attractive, or she's not very beautiful, is she? And I'll think to myself, that's odd, because for me, this person's the most beautiful person on this planet. And it's because I'm not looking at their physical shell, I'm looking on the inside, and I see their inside beauty, and I see how generous they are, and how kind they are to everyone, and how they take care of everyone, and they try to be good in every single way possible as much as possible. And that really, really, really makes me happy. And that is what I'm attracted to, right? So if you guys are at all confused about your sexuality, about who you're attracted to, don't worry about that stuff. I mean, don't talk about it with other people, like strangers, like the masses, because they're not going to get it. I mean, you can message me about it anytime because I understand. But don't talk about it with other people, especially the heterosexual ESTJ, like the main population that have no idea what the hell sexuality really means. All they think it's about banging each other or orgasms or things like that. I mean, that's not what it is, really. Like, there's so much more to it, but we've kind of culled it down and we've made it really, really simple. We've simplified it so that the masses can understand and so that, we're more under control, right? If you really started using our sexuality, the power that it is, then there would be no way for the governments to control us. There would be no way for all of those, big brother things to control us because we'd be in control of this power that's inside of us, And once you're in control of that power that's inside of you, no one else can control you. There's no way for anyone else to even think about controlling you. Obviously, this is going beyond and over this kind of video that I wanted to do. I do courses on this, actually. But from creativity, from sexuality to creativity and things like that. But what I wanted to just kind of convey to you guys, hopefully in this really longish video, is that just don't worry about that stuff. Yeah, just don't worry about it. Just whatever you're attracted to, just be attracted to it. Don't try to put yourself into boxes because we don't fit into boxes anyways, and just a waste of your time. And don't try to put yourself into a sexuality box because sexuality cannot be placed into a box. It's too fluid and too versatile and too complicated to fit into a tiny box. It's too big to fit into a box like that. So just don't worry about it. Just be attracted to who you're attracted to, do your thing, and just be proud of it, okay? All right? I hope this makes sense to you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for being on my channel. If you guys have any questions at all about this, about anything else, message me anytime. boomshakha@themillionairehippie.com or on Facebook, boomshakha. And I shall see you guys in the next video. Yeah? Bye for now.